Welcome to the home of WWE news, rumors, and gossip in real time. Click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications today. Don't forget to become a channel member and send a super thanks donation below. And now, your host. He is the most consistent and dedicated in YouTube history, SeanzViewEnt.
A massive disaster has hit WWE and AEW, and this is absolutely problematic. Remember, if you want WWE news and rumors around the clock, morning, noon, and night, and in between, maybe as you wake up, maybe as you get out of the shower, maybe as you get out of work, maybe as you're doing your homework. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some breaking news that is established, that is factual, and that is pivotal. And that could be detrimental to the entire wrestling business. Remember to hype up the video. Become a channel member today. And remember to hype up the video. Yes, click that hype button below because it helps expand Sean's View Entertainment. Let's get right into it right now. The professional wrestling industry is facing major confusion and concern following the Nielsen's rollout of a new television ratings methodology, which has caused a steep decline in the reported viewership of top wrestling programs such as WWE and AEW on television. Nielsen recently implemented its new big data panel system, which combines information from its traditional 42,000 household panel with data collected from more than 45 million households and 75 million devices. While the goal was to create a more accurate picture of TV audiences, the changes led to a dramatic lower reported numbers for wrestling shows compared to the previously panel method. Under the new system, this week's WWE on the CW averaged 572,000 viewers and a 0.10 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic, a 41% drop from the previous week, according to WrestleFeed. Nielsen's previous methodology would have rated that same at 0.16, indicating a much smaller decrease. AEW Dynamite also saw a major decline, averaging 465,000 viewers with a 0.09 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic, marking its lowest number ever for a regularly scheduled episode. While both shows went head-to-head with a high-rated New York Yankees versus Boston Red Sox playoff game, industry insiders believe that the new Nielsen system is the main cause of the sudden drop. And this is a pivotal major problem. This is slop, guys. This is horrible. Some would say that this is going to be very demoralizing for the entire wrestling company, for any wrestling promotion that deals with TV ratings and the numbers. And obviously, this is not a good thing at the end of the day. It sets a precedent. In a breaking new insider report, according to those in the know at this time and at this hour, in a report from the Wrestling Observer newsletter by way of WrestleFeed, Dave Meltzer broke down the demographic impact for AEW Dynamite, noting that the male viewers aged 18 to 34 were down 66%, female viewers 18 to 34 were down 57%, and males 35 to 49 dropped 27%, though women 35 to 49 rose by 16%. Meltzer called the new measurement method a disaster for pro wrestling, warning that it could distort the perception of wrestling's popularity among younger audiences. Obviously, this is not good. This is drastic. While nothing in reality has changed, these numbers are going to be viewed over the long term with the conclusion that young people don't watch wrestling, Meltzer wrote. And that is a very bad conclusion when the vast majority of revenue comes from television. Again, from TV. Speaking further on the Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer explained that the new Nielsen approach was expected to boost sports ratings, not hurt them, yet wrestling has proven to be an outlier. The idea was that football would get an artificial boost, Meltzer said. Sports is up and wrestling is down a lot, and that is a major problem. Huge. I haven't seen anything else down at this level of wrestling. He added that the consequences extend far beyond TV bragging rights. This is tens and hundreds of millions of dollars that these ratings mean to these companies, not just in ad rates, but in value on the next deal. And then the undercuts, if this undercuts it greatly going forward, you go from a star performer to an also ran. Meltzer pointed out that NXT ratings as an example of the damage that the new data could cause. The impact, the significance of this is absolutely damaging. The new numbers is a 0.10, which looks terrible. But under the old system, a 0.16, which is actually a strong number. So people see that 0.10 and say, oh my God, this invasion angle is tanking. And it's actually not. It's actually good. It's actually great. It's actually a positive thing at the end of the day. Despite stable ticket sales and merchandise numbers, the new system has created a perception problem that could harm both WWE and AEW's long-term television value. With their biggest revenue tied to broadcast and streaming deals, both companies are now trying to understand why wrestling has been disappointingly affected and what it means for the future of wrestling televised moving forward. Of course, the source is Meltzer. Don't believe anything that dummy says, according to comments online. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Also, we are receiving word. Do you believe that this is a true disaster for both AEW and WWE? And what is the future going to look like? But guys, coming in from there, we got even more breaking news coming in. Huge, guys, huge. WWE streaming future is collapsing. Beyond rumors of TKO versus Netflix fights, there's also a bombshell. According to rumor and gossip, WWE content is officially leaving Hulu. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we will expose what this means for fans, how platformings are shifting, and where WWE will live next. And will there be live? Stay locked. This will change how you watch wrestling forever. But before we dig deep into this, viewers, let's catch up on the latest. Reports of streaming disruptions and outages over the past few weeks. Problems with Raw and SmackDown and AEW across the board. Insider whispers that TKO is scrambling contracts. And now, viewers, fans, and subscribers, confirmation WWE's Hulu deal has expired and content is being removed. Yes, this is official. This isn't rumor or gossip. This is absolutely official. Hulu and WWE, the real story being exposed and unveiled online according to those in the know. This is where the real history is being written, viewers, fans, and subscribers. As of September 20, this year, when we just got into October, but as of September, the end of September, and again, it's only October 5th, WWE programming, for those of you that may not know or realize, WWE programming Raw, SmackDown, NXT, etc. has officially left Hulu as a standalone service, although Hulu will be partnered up with Disney Plus and ESPN. Hulu's support confirmed that episodes will no longer be available the next day. Some original hub content like WWE Docs via A&E and Love and WWE remain due to separate licensing deals. This ends a 12-year streaming partnership between Hulu and WWE. That's not a glitch, viewers. That is not a glitch. That's strategy, and it sets the stage for all the chaos that we are going to cover next, right here on The Brash and the Brazen. With Hulu gone, TKO is now under pressure. Netflix under pressure. USA Network under pressure. It's all under pressure. It's all facing a hellacious battle. It is going to be an uphill war, viewers, fans, and subscribers. Executives allegedly convened in emergency meetings to reassign WWE content rights, adjust budgets, and lock in replacement platforms. The insider said, the Hulu removal was the fuse, and now they're racing to rewire the system. Because losing Hulu is major. It is big. It is absolutely blockbuster. But then we move into this deal, viewers. Netflix versus Peacock versus ESPN, the battle. The war to settle the score. Platforms are jockeying for position in WWE's crown. More like the crown jewel, if you ask the Brash and the Brazen. Peacock continues to house WWE's archive content in delayed replays. Netflix is in line to claim rights to Raw globally starting January of 2025, which we are well into. ESPN entering the conversation. WWE PLEs are expected to migrate all the way past 2026 for WWE and ESPN and PLEs. With Hulu out officially, all eyes are on where WWE's home will be next, because it's all about what happens next, viewers. The internal response is absolutely electric, viewers, absolutely electric. WWE's production, editorial, and rights teams are scrambling. Some fear layoffs, others are threatened with reassignments. One quote that was leaked: we lost half of our pipeline overnight. And obviously, this is dramatic, this is huge, and this is cataclysmic. This is not something you want to read, hear, or even know about. And how is this going to be addressed? We get into that right now. The shutdown timeline and the phases that it will be going through. Sources believe that Hulu cover and the Hulu cutover was phase 1. Phase 2 may involve stripping content from Peacock or eliminating access windows. Some insiders claim a blackout period may last weeks while WWE resets its streaming architecture. If this is true, and again, rumor, speculation, and gossip, fans could lose access again, temporarily or longer, for WWE. New platform possibilities, guys. We branch into this one now. New platform possibilities, according to those in the know. Disney and Hulu integration. Hulu as a hub under Disney Plus globally starting October 2025. Amazon, ESPN, or Disney Plus sub-rights for WWE content. Or we're talking about a hybrid model, viewers. Main shows on Netflix, secondary shows elsewhere, potentially, maybe. They're exploring the blueprint while you watch. Yes, in real time, while you are watching, viewers. But that simply is not all. The power struggle to stay at the very top of your game. The tension between TKO suits and WWE creative is absolutely real, according to those in the know. Nick Khan wants deals. Hunter wants legacy. The game, Triple H, the King of Kings, wants legacy. A source said business is sneaking up on storytelling, and storytelling hates that. Hulu's exit may be the flashpoint in that fight, and it is the fight to make it right at this stage of the game. Now we break down the WWE streaming canceled. Canceled? Well, we're going to get into that. We're going to break that down. Putting this all together, viewers, fans, subscribers, from start to finish. With the Hulu deal expired, WWE pulled from the service. Again, I guess there's never any guarantees. Again, everyone thinks that just because you signed the contract, just because you signed the dotted line, that everything's great and fine and well. There's buyouts, there's pullouts, there's cancellations, there's extensions, there's de-escalations. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can go on. There's all kinds of things that intertwine into this entire thing, viewers. Make no mistake about that. With the Hulu deal expired, TKO could be reassigning streaming rights under a crisis. Is the WWE going to be facing a crisis right before our very eyes? Peacock, Netflix, and ESPN are vying for control. Complete power to be number one, to put your stakes, to put your flag on top of that hill. Guys, this is getting very intense. The drama is intensifying. It is picking up right before your very eyes. Fan outrage. Internal panic. Creative uncertainty. Creative uncertainty. If WWE loses its streaming base, it's not just business. It is full-on identity, viewers. It is identity. Could this, viewers, fans, could this just be the beginning of the end? Or is the WWE going to re-strategize? Is the WWE going to reshuffle? How is the WWE and AEW going to be able to combat this big mess? Because it is just that, a major mess. This is just the beginning. Will WWE disappear from one platform only to reemerge stronger somewhere else? Would you follow it? Netflix, ESPN, Disney Plus. I want your thoughts, your comments, your opinions down below. Remember to donate with a super thanks donation, because if it weren't for you, there would be no Sean's View Entertainment. I can assure you of that. WWE streaming canceled? Full update that we included in this video, the real shutdown story from Hulu. Now, we also go down to this, guys. Again, we do multiple reports a day, multiple rumors, multiple headlines. We're also receiving word on this Hulu deal. WWE shuts down on Hulu. Former WWE streaming hub officially closes. Hulu, once a landmark in the world of streaming and a crucial next-day destination for WWE fans, is officially going away. After more than 20 years, Disney is retiring Hulu as a standalone app with all its content, including all wrestling library, set to be fully integrated into Disney Plus by 2026. For fans of professional wrestling, this marks the end of an era where Hulu served as a key platform to next-day WWE RAW SmackDown NXT and a range of WWE programming that powered countless water cooler discussions and headline recaps for a generation. For over a decade, Hulu was the only home where many wrestling fans caught up on weekly WWE action. It offered next-day viewing of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT and became the streaming hub for reality shows like Total Divas and Miz and Mrs. It was a reliable source for those who couldn't tune in live. The platform's accessibility on-demand model made it a significant part of the WWE universe and a bridge between old school cable and the digital era of wrestling fandom. However, contracts in the streaming landscape has shifted. WWE programming departed Hulu beginning on September the 25th, 2024, with flagship shows now moving to other homes. SmackDown to Peacock, Raw soon to Netflix, and NXT to the CW. While some WWE branded originals and documentaries will remain in the Disney archives, the ecosystem, the classic Hulu experience for wrestling fans is over, sadly, unfortunately, and untimely. With the current closing on Hulu's run, WWE's history with streaming takes on a new turn. The end of Hulu as a standalone app is more than just corporate reshuffling for wrestling fans. It is the finale of a chapter where compelling action, late-night viewing, and headlining generating moments were a click away. As the digital distribution of wrestling content continues to evolve, fans and publishers alike will remember Hulu as a foundation streaming home for WWE. One that is now making its final count to the mat for the 1, the 2, and the 3. And again, guys, the substance of this, it is absolutely crucial. The dynamics of this. Have you watched WWE on Hulu? Are you going to miss Hulu? Now, again, I understand that Hulu is integrated with ESPN, and I would say you're right. It's integrated with Disney Plus, and that is a great thing. That is a great package. But viewers, fans, and subscribers, this is still a dramatic loss. This is something that nobody saw coming. And again, it's all about getting involved, and it's all about getting interested. And that is exactly what is happening right before our very eyes. Also, we are receiving word right now, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and newsletters, unlikely WWE superstar is Cameo's most expensive video request yet. Also, TNA's Joe Hendry headlines WWE NXT event ahead of Showdown. And Shotzi Blackheart and husband looking to adopt a child in some related news. And Tony Khan gives an update on Bandito after a dislocated shoulder injury. All that and much more as we cover all the bases and all the dynamics here on Sean's View Entertainment. But that certainly is not all, because we are now receiving word that a superstar says they're done and they don't want AEW to get canceled because of it. Ladies and gentlemen, according to those in the know, the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, Max Caster, one of AEW's shining stars, Max Caster is reportedly done with rapping, as he doesn't want to get AEW canceled, because obviously that would be a big deal. And right now, AEW and WWE are already dealing with a major mess. Also, Mercedes Moné announced for independent event in Denmark. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are in Denmark, you can now get your eyes and now you can watch and see Mercedes Moné in action. Will she be defending one of her 100 championships, one of her 100 belts? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions, your emotions on all of that. Also, we are now receiving word that Tama Tonga is the highest priced celebrity on camera, with his videos costing $10,000. His videos have an average length of 1 minute and 13 seconds, meaning fans are paying $136.90 per second of Tonga's time. Tonga currently has 36 reviews, all of which are 5 stars. Very unlikely, guys. Tama Tonga's price far exceeds bigger stars like Ric Flair, Kevin Nash, or Kurt Angle's. Tonga's most recent video was made in 2023 before he joined WWE. It cannot be confirmed if he has increased his price since the last video. In 2020, WWE banned talent from having Cameo accounts as part of a crackdown on third-party deals. While that policy has clearly been reversed, it may be a long time before somebody shells out $10,000 for just over a minute of Tama Tonga's time. So guys, that's something we didn't expect. That's something we did not anticipate, obviously. Wow. I don't know about that one, viewers. I don't know if I would pay that steep price. Wow. TNA again, used to be, right? TNA, Jordynne Grace, now NXT, right? NXT hopeful. Jordynne Grace receives special role for NXT TNA Showdown. Do you agree with that special role? And viewers, fans, subscribers, breaking news on Karrion Kross. For those of you that are still invested, for those of you that are still interested in Karrion Kross, listen to this one, viewers. Karrion Kross returns to MLW. Former WWE star set for Lucha show as well. What a showdown for Karrion Kross, MLW, and Lucha de los Muertos. Cedric Alexander's TNA contract expiring at Bound for Glory. Where will he end up? Where will he go next? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, got breaking news that concerns WWE 2K25. The John Cena Farewell Tour Pack is coming to WWE 2K25. Are you fans of it? Do you like it? What are your impressions? What are your emotions? Do you like playing WWE 2K25? Do you own it? Have you rented it? Did you beat it? Did you unlock it? What do you think about WWE 2K25? Your thoughts, your comments, and your sentiments. Kurt Angle, The Rock, breaking news backstage on The Rock and Kurt Angle. Also, Kurt Angle reveals an upcoming movie based on his life, and Kurt Angle reveals how Dwayne The Rock Johnson treated him early in his career. All that can be unveiled and exposed online right now, especially from those in the know. Also, last man standing match and title matches have been set for WWE SmackDown in Perth. Solo Sikoa hints at missing piece for MFT stable on WWE SmackDown. Kalani Jordan calls out bitter TNA knockouts after her title win. Bronson Reed signs a new multi-year WWE deal. Latest plans on Obafemi after WWE NXT Championship defeat. And the late great, I still can't believe I'm saying it like this, the late great Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania, Hulk Hogan, brother, to be honored with Clearwater Trail tribute. Your thoughts, your comments, your emotions on all of that. Damian Priest says that he would absolutely be willing to appear at the Super Bowl with Bad Bunny. And what do you think about Bad Bunny appearing at the Super Bowl? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think it's a good strategy? It all comes down to your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on the matter. Guys, this is SeanzView. This is what I do. I give you the hookup. Holla if you hear me. Also, we got breaking news that concerns a major absence. What is going on? What's the details? We're going to unravel that right now. According to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters at this hour, at this time, before we get into this big absence in WWE and why it's going down, we also have a huge update. WWE, it was rumored, but now it is confirmed, viewers. It is now confirmed. WWE NXT heads to Madison Square Garden for a special November event. And it is a very rare thing when you see NXT head to Madison Square Garden. We all know that John Cena will also be stopping at WWE Monday Night Raw in Boston, TD Garden, the home away from home, John Cena's backyard. John Cena will be on Raw in November, as John Cena has only got a few select dates left in his career in World Wrestling Entertainment. Also, we got backstage news on a major absence in the company. This now according to a new report online for a promising up-and-comer, a man that could do great things, big things. A new report from the Wrestling Observer newsletter has provided a major update on the status of a WWE superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony D'Angelo revealing the reason for his ongoing absence from television. The Don of NXT has not been seen on programming since mid-July, leading to widespread speculation among fans that he was either injured or being prepared for an imminent call-up to the main roster. However, the new report indicates that his absence is for a much simpler personal reason. According to Dave Meltzer, according to those who know, plans can change, always subject to change. D'Angelo's absence is not related to any injury. Instead, he is off television because he had asked for time off. There was no further indication as to when or which brand the former NXT North American champion is expected to make his return to the ring. Now, his disappearance from television is what fueled the main roster call-up rumors. During his time in NXT, D'Angelo has held the North American title, the Heritage Cup, and was a two-time NXT Tag Team Champion. It's unclear when he will be back. But if and when he does come back, do you think D'Angelo should be on Raw? SmackDown, or should he return to NXT? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on all of that. Guys, it's all about your feedback. It's all about your trust. Remember to click like, comment, subscribe. Don't be shut out. Don't be mute. Now is not the time to be silenced. I don't care where you're coming from or what you do or what country, what continent, what state. As long as you bring it to me, that's all that matters here on Sean's View Entertainment, because this is prime time TV. Because I know in this day and era, you're either watching me on a TV, a cell phone, a laptop, a desktop, a tablet. You're watching Sean's View Entertainment a whole variety of different ways. And that's what means everything to Sean's View Entertainment. But guys, we're going to now close the gaps. Now we're going to close this one up with this story. Fans, and I don't know if you can call them fans or skeptics or haters or trolls or whatnot, but Max Caster slams people wanting him dead over controversial raps in AEW. Also, Andrade shuts down claims that he misled Tony Khan before his return, WWE return. Also, Alberto Del Rio addresses fans chanting his name during the WWE AAA shows, and Alberto Del Rio reveals why Vince McMahon considered him a favorite. Also, what did you think about the key moments and match results and highlights from SmackDown this past Friday night on the USA Network? Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, Alberto Del Rio's WWE return in limbo despite AAA contract takeover again. Do you want to see the return of former WWE champion Alberto Del Rio? It all boils down to your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on all of that. Also, what did you think about UFC last night? UFC 320, and we all know the tie-in between WWE and UFC. Former WWE champion, future WWE Hall of Famer AJ Styles made a phenomenal appearance at UFC 320. And Andrade explains why he won't badmouth WWE following his release. Now, if you were in the WWE and you were released by the company, would you badmouth the WWE? Would you burn that bridge? Would you rant on the WWE? How would you handle being released from World Wrestling Entertainment, your dream job, what you have always wanted to do, only for the carpet to be pulled from underneath you? Jordan Grace's status for WWE NXT Showdown absolutely revealed online. Kevin Owens dresses up as John Cena at Magic Kingdom for Halloween. So that's what Kevin Owens is up to nowadays. Now, we brought this to you earlier, but we're just bringing it to you again, guys, in a little bit of a recap, a little bit of a replay. Also, AEW champion faces setback after suffering a dislocated shoulder injury. Andrade wins the Crash Heavyweight title in his first match following his release from the WWE. Andrade already doing big things. And again, guys, fans are still ranting and slamming and are still outraged over Netflix after WWE SmackDown broadcast suffers major technical difficulties. And obviously that being a major problem, obviously that being a big issue for wrestling fans who want to get their content and they want to watch it now and they want to watch it here. But of course, that is a bigger fear if it's going to glitch, if it's going to black out, if there's going to be pauses, if you can't even get to watch the show, if you can't watch SmackDown, if you can't get your fix in. That is a very sad state of affairs if you ask the Brash and the Brazen, where we are always on location. AEW Dynamite's viewership, how did it fare with the return of Andrade? Again, we also spice in some AEW. AEW Dynamite viewership for October the 1 sees a decrease despite the return of Andrade. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Is that something you expected? Is that something you anticipated? Did you think that the ratings were going to see a spike with the return of Andrade? But then again, AEW fans at that time did not know that Andrade was going to return. So maybe if they would have hyped it up, maybe it would have got a bigger number. Maybe the ratings would have reflected that, but obviously that is not what happened. Also, we are receiving word. What did you think about these two champions? These two champions, the future of the WWE joining forces. Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Victoria joined forces after their contract signing during WWE SmackDown. And some were calling this the worst SmackDown contract signing in company history. Do you believe it was the worst contract signing ever in WWE? It all boils down to your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions. Now, we all know that the WWE has seen plenty of contract signings, and we all know how that boils down to. We all know what happens there. But ladies and gentlemen, What do you think about this crucial match? And what do you think? What are your predictions? What do you think? What do you expect to see at WWE Crown Jewel? What match are you looking forward to? Do you think the energy is going to be there? Do you think the passion is going to be there? The suspense is riveting. And with Crown Jewel next week, what are you anticipating? Are we sitting on a pressure cooker? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Viewers, there's plenty more to come. Stay tuned as we give you the most exclusive, the most in-depth. We don't just cover up the secrets, guys. We expose it, we unveil it, we reveal it, because it's truly all about you. Subscribe. Later, I'm out with plenty more to come.